Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Velocity 9. Today we will discuss a car like Porsche. Porsche 911, first generation, 1964 to 1973. The first car for public roads by Porsche AG was the Porsche 356. It was beautiful and had good characteristics, but Ferry Porsche couldn't let go of the idea of creating a faster and at the same time more comfortable successor. The idea was taken up by his son, named Ferdinand, who in 1959 created the first design sketches for the new model. Shortly thereafter, it was decided that this car would have a rear-engine layout, opposed cylinder arrangement, and an air cooling system. The world first saw the novelty in 1963 at the International Motor Show in Frankfurt, although the exhibit was only a model. However, the absence of an engine did not prevent experts from appreciating the remarkable design, characterized by round headlights, smooth body lines, and a sloping rear of the car. The first sample with a power unit was ready in about a year, and it performed so well that the Porsche management decided not to delay the start of production, and the first copy was assembled in September 1964. Interestingly, the model was initially named 901, but Peugeot employees were against it, as they considered numerical designations with a 0 in the middle to be their signature feature. Thus, to avoid litigation, the 901 was renamed the 911. In 1965, sales of the novelty began in Europe. The base model had a 2-liter 6-cylinder boxer engine with a power of 130 HP and a 5-speed manual transmission. This car accelerated to 100 km/h in 8.5 seconds, and the maximum speed was 210 km/h. In the next 4 years, new engines of the same displacement were added, developing from 110 to 160 horses, a simpler 4-speed manual, a semi-automatic Sportomatic transmission, and the brakes and independent torsion suspension of all wheels were slightly modernized. In addition, the fuel injection system was optimized, which increased the power of all engines by several percent. In 1970, the power became slightly higher thanks to the addition of 200 cc to all engines, and 2 years later these same 200 cubic inches were added again. The pearl of this generation was the Porsche 911 Carrera RS with a 2.7-liter engine producing 210 horses and new aerodynamic elements. Initially, the 911 existed only in the coupe body, but in 1967, for the USA, a Targa version was created, which was significantly safer than a convertible thanks to the safety arch, and later became popular not only with Americans, but also with buyers around the world. More than 81,000 cars of this generation were created in total. Porsche 911, second generation, 1974-1989. Porsche 911 has the same body and chassis as its predecessor, but it is considered to have ushered in a new era in terms of safety and environmental friendliness. The exhaust system was slightly modified, impact-absorbing elements were added to the front bumper, and new options were introduced, such as electric windows, heated mirrors, and a radio. The engine range was also updated. Interestingly, the first generation already had a heater, air conditioner, and adjustable seats. Right from the start of sales in both Europe and America, versions of 911 and 911S with a 2.7-liter engine were available, boosted to 150 and 175 HP, respectively, coupled with a choice of 4- and 5-speed manual transmission or a 4-range Sportomatic. In Europe, a more powerful 911 2.7 was also available, boasting 209 horses under the hood. The year 1975 marked the debut of the Porsche 911 Turbo, in-house designation 930, with a 3-liter turbocharged engine producing 259 HP, becoming the most expensive and fastest modification at that time. Over the next few years, cylinder head blocks, gearboxes, brakes, body kits, air cooling systems were refined, and the list of options expanded to include climate control and ABS. During these years, the 911 reached Japan, and in 1978, New versions of the legendary Porsche 911 were born, featuring the same six-cylinder flat power unit, but now with a 3.3-liter displacement and power output of 265 and 300 HP. The classic Porsche 911 remained on the market much longer than anyone could have predicted, and demand for it did not diminish even in its final years of production. Nearly 200,000 vehicles of the second generation were produced. Porsche 911, third generation, 1989-1994. Although the classic 911 was highly successful and still eagerly purchased, Porsche began contemplating its successor as early as 1983. The new model retained the name 911, although it was initially just a body designation, akin to Mercedes's W221 or BMW's F10. Peter Schutz, the main initiator of the new car's creation, retained the signature silhouette, round headlights, rear engine layout, and everything that had endeared the 911 to buyers over the last 25 years in the 964. The car turned out to be evolutionary while incorporating new technologies. Computer modeling was actively used in its creation, and wind tunnel tests helped determine the most aerodynamic body shape. The most prominent feature of the third-generation Porsche 911 was the availability of all-wheel drive versions, denoted by Carrera 4, and a 3.6-liter engine with 258 HP. Another novelty was the inclusion of a full-fledged automatic transmission. In 1990, the rear-wheel drive version, renamed Carrera 2, made a comeback, and it sold better than its sibling due to easier handling, as noted by drivers. From 1991, brand new 911 turbos with roaring 320 horses, under the hoods housed in a 3.3-liter turbocharged engine, started entering showrooms. In 1992, the naturally aspirated 260 HP Carrera RS also joined the lineup. The pinnacle of technology in 1993 was the Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6, where the number indicated the displacement of the powerhouse, delivering an astounding 360 horses. In addition to civilian 911s, there were 6 racing modifications that often emerged victorious in prestigious automobile competitions. The Porsche 911 964 had a production run of 63,753 units. Porsche 911, fourth generation, 1994-1998. The fourth generation also remained loyal to the original concept but kept up with the times. The new car became even safer, acquired redesigned bumpers and an updated front, and engineers installed a new rear 4-link suspension and modified McPherson struts at the front, also present in the predecessor. The transmissions remained the same, but the engines were enhanced. Even the base Carrera 2 now had an engine outputting not 250, but 272 HP, thanks to improvements in the intake and exhaust systems. The flagship 911 remained the Turbo, which now featured 2 turbos and a mighty 406 HP. A total of 68,139 units of all versions in the 993 body were produced. Porsche 911, 6th generation, 2011-2019. The rear-engine coupe, the Porsche 911, is equipped with flat-6 engines, and the car comes in both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions. Porsche 911 Carrera, rear-wheel or all-wheel drive. The rear-wheel drive Porsche 911 Carrera comes with a 3-liter turbocharged engine, 370 HP. Instead of the 7-speed manual, you can opt for the PDK automated pre-selective gearbox. Porsche 911 Carrera S, rear-wheel or all-wheel drive. The Carrera S variant is powered by the same 3-liter engine, but with an output of 450 HP. Porsche 911 Turbo, all-wheel drive. The Turbo and Turbo S coupes are equipped with a 3.8-liter engine and twin turbochargers, producing 540 HP and 580 HP respectively. The transmission is exclusively automated, and the drive is all-wheel, with the rear wheels capable of slight steering. Porsche 911 GT3, rear-wheel drive. The special Porsche 911 GT3 version features a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter engine with a power output of 500 HP. The sixth-generation Porsche 911 with the factory designation 991 has been in production in Stuttgart, Germany since 2011. In 2016, the model underwent an upgrade and received new turbocharged engines. The car is also available in convertible and Targa body styles. Porsche 911. Seventh generation, 2019. The current generation of the Porsche 911 has been in production since 2019. On the catalog page, you will find detailed information about the car's prices and configurations, as well as photos, videos, specifications, reviews, and much more. Today, we discussed all generations of Porsche. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.